welcome to another show in the blink of an eye with yours truly, Benjamin Valdez, El Capitan. And today I'm here in Pharr, Texas, with Pastor Ryan Poole at the Seventh-day Adventist Church here in Pharr, Texas. Pastor, thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming.
Well, our show is community based. It's called In the Blink of an Eye because we say in the blink of an eye your car can break down.
Yeah.
And we always promote preventative maintenance. That's what Pueblo Tires is all about. But we also want the folks to know that we're more than just a tire company. We actually care about the community, and we want to share good information, good news, positive news. And today here with Pastor Ryan Poole, we're going to talk about a community event that they're going to begin or they're going to start. It has to do with a clothing drive, as I understand. Is that how? Am I in the right direction?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Well, Pastor, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? I know you're from Alaska, and you're a very young man. Give us a little background about yourself. How did you, again, how long have you been over here, and just a little background of yourself, if you don't mind telling us.
Okay, I was born in Washington State and moved to Alaska when I was just a little baby, and then moved here just last year in February.
Okay.
And I got hired to be a pastor here in the Valley. I came because my wife, who is a medical student in Argentina, had to come here to the Valley to do her rotations to become a doctor. And so she's working on that now. And she's in her 7th year of medicine, and and hopefully graduating this coming year.
Well, we pray that she gets, her graduation done, and hopefully you all will be sticking around here in the Valley for a while.
Yes, we hope so too.
So originally from Alaska.
Yes.
Wow. Now, give us a little. I mean, I've read about Alaska. I've never been there, but is it true that is there a lot of more darkness than light over there, or parts of Alaska? How does that work?
Yes, in winter, the majority of the time is dark.
It's dark.
Yeah, you can have 20 hours of darkness.
Wow.
And then in the summer, however, it's the opposite. You can have 20 hours of light, where the sun won't go down until 2 or 3 in the morning.
Wow.
And even then, the sun just stays right on the horizon, just like a sunset.
Well, you've been in the Valley now approximately, how long you say?
A year and a half.
Year and a half. So have you adjusted to the heat and the Valley culture?
Yeah, I noticed that this summer I've done a lot better handling the heat than I did last summer.
Yeah, I was just recently in Indiana. That's where my in-laws are from, and up there, at this time of year, maybe in high 80s, and in the mornings it's kind of cool, but the humidity is very heavy, and it kind of drains you. And anyway, the heat here, you gotta make sure you drink water. Make sure you drink plenty of water and stay hydrated. That goes for your car. Make sure that your car has the proper antifreeze. The tires, the number one enemy of a car is heat. On your tires, on the car itself. So you got to make sure that you're prepared for the summer, hot summer. Again, with the antifreeze, your hoses, your belts, even your battery can take a beating with the heat. So if you're not sure about that, look us up on Shampoozy.com, Pueblo Tires. We've got 13 locations to serve you. And on top of that, we also offer financing options up to 24 months to pay and no credit needed. Up to 24 months to pay and no credit needed. Pastor Poole, tell us about I've met you before. We've visited before. I've visited the church myself, and we're thankful for that. We thank God for what you're doing and your wife. And as a pastor, I know it's not an easy life. Sometimes you have to move and travel. As of right now, you don't have any children, right?
Yeah.
No children. Okay, so
we're newly married.
And Pastor, tell us a little bit about this clothing drive that is being organized or developed. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. Well, the goal of our church is to help out the community in any way that we can.
Right.
We have helped the community before, giving food to people that need it, and now we want to start giving clothing to people that are in need of that.
Yeah, when you talk about food, I know we talked about that before we went on the air, but there's a food bank, but right now it's not being promoted because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
But I know in years past, this church was very active in the food bank. A lot of folks from this community would come, I think, on Wednesdays, pick up boxes of food. So you try to do anything you can to the community. Besides, I know you're a man of God, and you're a pastor. You preach the word, but pastor, it's just as important to feed the needy, right? Physically.
Yes.
Jesus would often feed the hungry, physically, not just with the word of God, and that's what the Seventh-day Adventist Church has done through many years. And this clothing, is it, now tell us, is it started? Is it already in progress? And is it, like if people say, well, I want to donate clothes, how would they go about all that?
Yeah, we're in progress right now. We're still accepting clothing donations.
Okay.
We have appealed to our church members to give donations so that we can give clothes to the community, but we're in need still of a lot more clothes so that we can help out people that are in need in the community.
Now, are you accepting... obviously, I mean, used clothing. I mean, it's got to be in some kind of decent shape. I would imagine.
Yes.
I mean, don't just give. If you got something that's really. I mean, if you're gonna donate, try to donate something that's in decent condition. Now, are you accepting clothing for all types of for men, women, children, or?
Yeah. We're accepting clothing types for men, women, and children, and we can even accept shoes.
Okay.
Also, yeah.
Well, I had mentioned to you that my wife's up in Indiana at this time, but I mentioned it to her, and I wish she was here because she's the one that knows what's going on. But I think I can. We've got some stuff there that we're going to put together, and we can donate it. If somebody wants to donate, just for now, tell us who can they reach or where can they call if they wish to make a donation.
Okay, my phone number is 956-893-3057. You can reach me at that number if you have any clothing to donate. I am also here in the church office. I will be here tomorrow from 5 to 7, and then also Thursday from 5 to 7, and you can drop off the clothes to me in person, or you can even call me, and I can come to your home and also pick up the clothes.
Okay, now, Pastor, when you say tomorrow, this is being aired on Sunday. And there's a little bit of a time delay here. So give us a potential day or date as of this coming, or this as of Sunday moving forward.
Okay.
Yeah, because, for them, tomorrow is Monday. Okay? So are you going to be, now, is this, obviously, this going to be going on for several weeks, or what's the time frame that you all are looking at?
Yeah. Well, as far as the clothing donations starting, people can give them and donate them here at my church this coming Sunday.
Okay.
Also 5 to 7, and I'll be here throughout that week also.
So it'll be on Sundays.
Yeah.
Okay, but they can reach you at that number to make sure.
Yes.
Do you all have a website by any chance?
Yeah, we do.
Could you give us the website?
Yes, it is. 1 second. Can you cut?
Sure.
I don't remember it by heart. The website.
Well, it's okay. Look it up if you need to. It's okay.
Okay.
Well, he does that if you want to look it up.
Yeah.
We just want to remind you folks that Pueblo's open from Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And again, we've got 13 locations to serve you, from Brownsville to Rio Grande and in between. We've got a couple of stores up north in Alice, one in Kingsville. We've been around for 49 years. We're in our 49th year. We thank God and we thank you for giving us the opportunity to help you maintain your car, because it's very important that we have a vehicle for our families. You got the website now?
Yes.
All right.
It is farstachurch.org.
Could you repeat it one more time?
farstachurch.org.
There you go. Well, Pastor Ryan Poole, and here at the Far Texas Seventh-day Adventist Church, and again, it's a clothing drive, and if you wish to donate, you saw the number. It'll flash on your screen, the website, and I know a lot of us, have clothes sometimes that we never use. I mean, or we use it one time or whatever, or maybe we grow, we have a little too many tacos or something. But there's a lot of people who have needs, and like I said, children, elderly, men and women, and of course, we're still in the pandemic, Pastor. There's been a lot of changes in our world. There's a lot of need other than the physical, other than the spiritual. There's also physical needs, and the church tries to fulfill its responsibility, even with a loaf of bread. But in this case, it's about clothing. And here with Pastor Ryan Poole at the Far Seventh-day Adventist Church in Far, Texas. But we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back in the blink of an eye.
This Preventative Maintenance Minute is supported by Pueblo Tires and Service. Are you making a summer getaway plan? Good for you. On any given day, there's over 125 million cars in the road in the U.S., meaning your car is literally 1 in 100 million. Having your vehicle properly serviced before a trip can go a long way in keeping your family safe on the road. That's right. Here are a couple of the many services we offer at Pueblo Tires and Service to help you get the most out of your summer getaway. Oil change. Oil lowers friction to help keep your engine cool. It also keeps the intricate engine parts moving smoothly. When oil is old or dirty, it's more sticky, scratchy, which makes your engine run hotter and wear out parts faster. Regular oil changes are so important. Protect your investment. And at Pueblo Tires, we offer financing options up to 24 months to pay and no credit needed. That's right. Look us up on shampoozy.com. Dance!
And we're back. Welcome to In the Blink of an Eye with yours truly, Benjamin Valdez, El Capitan. And I'm here at the Far Seventh-day Adventist Church in Far, Texas with Pastor Ryan Poole, a very young man. Now, Pastor, if I may ask you, being a pastor is a difficult job. I've been around quite a bit. I've worked with the pastors in the past. I'm an elder. Thank God for the opportunity. We have a music ministry that we've done through the years. I was born and raised here in the Valley, and I've met quite a few pastors, and I know they're humans too, and it's not an easy job. But what got you involved? What did you feel a calling? What drove you to become a pastor?
Yes, my senior year of high school, I was not sure what I wanted to do. I was thinking of either becoming a DJ and radio, or maybe an English teacher. But I didn't have in my mind to be a pastor.
Oh, okay.
But what happened is I was going to a Christian boarding school during that time, and I had an experience in my life where I felt God was trying to speak to me, and that what happened is I had an incident where someone did a wrestling move to me, where he broke my neck.
Wow.
And by that injury, I should have been paralyzed, but actually I was walking around.
Wow.
Normal, and I just had some neck soreness.
Wow.
I had to wear a neck brace, however, for a few months.
But was this an attack on you, or just?
It was an attack, yeah. This guy came from behind and did this.
Trying to rob you or something, or?
No, he was just
trying to hurt you.
Trying to hurt me.
Just evil.
Yeah. He was jealous of me.
Wow.
Yeah, he thought his girlfriend was flirting with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, glory to God that you're not paralyzed, and so that kind of got you to thinking more about your personal life.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
That made me realize that God had a plan for me, and I decided to surrender my life over to Him.
So where did you study for your pastor?
I studied university in Philippines.
Philippines?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, again, God has He calls us in different ways, and but I've met you a couple of times. We've had a chance to talk. I have visited here, and I've heard you speak, and I thank God that you're here, and You know, you and your wife have you have a wonderful team as a husband and wife. She sings beautifully, by the way.
Thank you.
And do you sing too?
No.
No, let her do all the singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it was interesting how you both met too, right? I hear you met at an airport.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so
We met at the airport in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I was on a gap year. I wanted to travel the world, and so I went all over South America. I went to Brazil during the Olympics in 2016, and then I went to Argentina. And when I was leaving Argentina in the airport, I saw my future wife reading a book that I knew, and that book is written by an author from our church.
Yes.
And so when I saw her reading that, I asked, "Excuse me, are you a Seventh-day Adventist?" And she said, "Yeah, how did you know?" And I said, "Because of that book you're reading."
wow. Well, okay. Well, may God bless your ministry and your wife and again, as far as community is concerned, I'm in the tire business. That's how but again, I try to serve God through the music ministry. I'm invited from time to time to preach here and there, and I thank God because it's very fulfilling. I have a need of God as a sinner, and I just thank God for the opportunity He gives me to help and share. And this program, I believe, is one of God's response to one of my prayers. How can we help and share with the community? We don't often have a lot of religious talks as far as doctrines and so forth like that. But when it comes to helping the community, like a food drive, we've done blood drives and so forth. I think again we're trying to fulfill God's law, helping our fellow man, the needy man, and this clothing drive. Again, you can participate. Doesn't matter what you believe, or people need help. People need clothing. Children. There's a lot of need in the valley. So again, this drive, again, Pastor. Give us a little more insight into it. Do you have a particular person that's organizing it, or is it a team effort here?
Yeah, I'm the main organizer of it, and also my church members are going to be volunteering to help out during the clothing drive.
Clothing drive, well.
And we'd like to have it on Sundays. As soon as we get enough clothing donations, and then we'll...
We're envisioning here that on Sundays you'll have this place open. Yes. Somebody will be here. They can come in and pick and choose the clothing.
Yes.
Is there going to be any? Of course, you're going to be following the protocols of safety and things like that, because we're still in the middle of a pandemic. But normally what I'm hearing here is that on Sundays it'll be open to the community.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the goal.
Just tell us one more time, give us a phone number where they can reach you. If somebody out there wants to donate, quiere donar ropa, quiere ayudar para este evento para la comunidad, el Pastor Ryan Poole, give us that phone number again, Pastor, please.
Okay. My phone number is 956-893-3057.
And the website?
The website is farstachurch.org.
Okay, and one more thing, Pastor. What is the address to this location here?
Our address is 121 Polk Avenue, Far, Texas.
Far, Texas. Well, again, folks, we thank you. And on behalf of Pueblo Tires, we're teaming up with the Seventh-day Adventist Church. I know I've got some other brethren, friends of mine that, that are Catholics and so forth. Because, when it comes to helping the needy, we can all agree that we need to do that if we can. God has given us that responsibility, and we can even share food and so forth like that. But we urge you to call that number. If you have some clothing to donate, please do so. I know there's places like Goodwill, they got more than enough. But here, the communities, the surrounding communities, a lot of folks don't have the means, or they don't even know about the Goodwills and places like that. But you can donate here. that number the pastor gave you, the website, just gather what you have. I myself, I want to do the best I can, Pastor. My wife's not here, but I think she can guide me through that and get some stuff and bring it over and donate it. Now, do you want them to bring it over in boxes, or how's that, bags, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter, in boxes or bags.
Yeah. You probably are going to sort it here.
Yeah.
And try to,
sort
and if you can, if you got stuff for children, for adults, for females, maybe you can separate a little bit, just help out. Okay, we're going to take one more little break, Pastor, and we'll be right back in the blink of an eye.
This Preventative Maintenance Minute is supported by Pueblo Tires and Service. Keeping your engine cool is a critical job. Without it, the engine melts into a solid block. It helps keep the water pump, radiator, hoses, and liquid coolant working to protect your engine from excess heat. Coolant exchange makes sure your coolant can do its job, keeping the engine cool. It also gets rid of any acid that builds up in the coolant, keeps the engine from locking up or boiling over, and helps prevent corrosion. Fresh coolant has chemicals to help slow any rust or corrosion, so your radiator will live longer too. Let our trained technicians at Pueblo Tires and Service clean your system of old, tired, dirty coolant and refill it with the correct new coolant for your car or truck. And at Pueblo, we offer you financing options up to 24 months to pay and no credit needed. That's right. Look us up on shampoozy.com. Dance!
And we're back in the blink of an eye with Benjamin Valdez, El Capitan from Pueblo Tires and Service. I'm here with Pastor Ryan Polo. We've been talking about a clothing drive that is being organized, it's being developed, and there's been numbers that have been given. You'll see them on the screen. There's a website. If you wish to donate, les animamos que hagan donaciones de ropa para ayudar a la comunidad. La Iglesia Adventista del Séptimo Día está ayudando, pero que no importa, hermanos, amigos, de qué religión seamos, todos podemos donar algún artículo de ropa para ayudar a la comunidad, sea de niño, de niña, de adulto, de ancianito. Por favor, haga una donación. Llame ese número, comuníquese con el pastor Ryan Paul. Pastor, let me ask you something. Do you speak Spanish? Very little or poquito?
Poquito.
I know your wife speaks Spanish, right? She speaks. So are you learning somewhat?
Yes.
Okay.
Learning something new every day.
Pastor, we're living in a very difficult times, and we could go on into that, more of a biblical foundation, but we know that we believe Jesus is coming back soon, and the signs that are out there, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of stress. If somebody out there you need a little bit of word of counseling, could they reach out to you, Pastor?
Yes. If you need counseling, if you need prayer, I'm here for you. I want to be a pastor for the community, not just my church members.
There you go. And they can reach at that same number, right, that you gave earlier?
Yes.
Okay, because I know, I share some Bible verses with some friends of mine and family, and people, man, keep sending me the Bible verses, because they're afraid. They don't know what's going to happen. I said, look, trust in God. The more you draw closer to God, He's got a plan. We cannot live in fear, but, we got to trust in God and seek Him while He can be found. And the Bible produces peace and hope. That's what I tell them from the perspective of the Word of God. But again, as a pastor, we want to thank you. And I like what you just said. You're not just a pastor of this, the Seventh Day. You're a pastor of the community. And I think that's what God's called you to do. And we thank you for your service. We thank you for your commitment, because it's not easy. It's not easy. Hey, I want to give my life to Christ. I want to be a pastor. It's not easy. But we thank God that you've done that as a very young man, and your wife. May God bless your ministry and bless this effort for the clothing drive.
Yes.
On my behalf, we just wanted to contribute, and I hope that this program will help spread the word as far as that goes. As far as the clothes driving event, but again, Pastor Ryan Poole, hermanos aquí, amigos de este valle, cuando ven este programa, anímese, llame, traiga la ropa, done, haga una donación para ayudar a su hermano, a su amigo de la comunidad.